Okay, so from this video onwards, now we are going to use the MySQL as a backend. So what we'll be doing that first let's try to download the fresh copy of our project from the GitHub. So I will be downloading the front end. So guys, while downloading this, please make sure that you are at this particular commit, that is added alert toast, and once you click on that, you will be redirecting to the the particular locations of the file that we supposed to download. Okay, so let me click it once again so that it will open the option to browse the file. And similarly, that at the backend that we have added the security with the custom user through the JDBC authentication using S2 database. So this is what we are going to have at the back in the backend database. So here that what I'll be doing that I'm opening this particular commit, okay, and I should get the option to browse the files. Yeah, so here it is. You can see that I'm in the backend and I have option to browse the files. So I'm clicking on that. The same thing that I will do with this front end also. So in the front end also I'm clicking on the browse files. Okay, and once I would be having the screen of that particular commit, right? This is where you can verify. So there you can go to the code and you can download the zip file. So this will download the backend of our application, right? Whereas over here in the front end also that we are having the option to download the zip file. So both the files would be downloaded in my computer. Let's wait for some time. Okay, so both of the files are downloaded. Now I'm moving to the folder where the files are downloaded. So I'm in the folder download, right? And let me extract both of the files, zip files. Okay, so this is the front-end project which I'm extracting. Okay, so front-end project has been extracted, and now let me extract the backend also. Perfect. Okay, so both of the packages have been extended. Now here you can see that I can go to the folder like backend or front end. So first I'm moving to the backend folder. So I'll be there in the directory structure of the backend project, and then I can do right click and I can select the option that is show more option, and then if that IntelliJ is already installed on your machine, then it will show the option that open folder as IntelliJ IDEA project. If you are not getting this option, that what else you can do? You can go to the IntelliJ IDEA. There you will be having an option to open the project. So I'm selecting this. I'm going through this particular option, clicking on open, and there my project is there inside the download directory. So I'm there in the user administrator. Inside that I will go to the download. Then here this is a backend project. I'll be selecting this particular project. Okay, and when I select the directory, at that time it should have these folders and files. Okay, I'm clicking on OK. So it will open the project over here and it will download all the required Maven dependency. Okay, let's go to the that directory once again. Okay, and now let's explore the front end. So here is my front end. I'm moving to the front end, doing right click over here, right? And here also I should get the option that open with Visual Studio Code or VS Code or code, right? If you are not getting this option, then you can go to the, you can open the VS Code, right? I open the VS Code. You can open the new window of the VS Code, close the existing window, and there you can click on file, open folder, open folder, and there inside the downloads folder we are having option of the front end. So that is what I am selecting. Okay, I should get these two folder listed out over here. I'm clicking on select folder, and here you can see that the project is open over here. Okay, so after that just I have to click on the terminal I'm selecting a new terminal and let me install all the required modules. So I'm typing a command that is npm modules. npm, sorry, not module, but just a minute. Yeah, let me clear the screen. Npm install is the command to install the modules. Okay, now let's go back to the backend. Okay, and here in the backend, let's see that whether everything is working successfully or not. Okay, so I'm just running the application. Okay, and here if I open my security config file there, I'm getting the idea that it is the JDBC authentication, right? Right now it is working with the S2 database as that. If I go into the resource and see the application.property where S2 database related properties are set, that's why I can say that the S2 database has been set over there. Okay, and it would be having a user called admin and the user password pass. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so once the application would be started, after that I should able to log into the application with the help of username admin and password pass. Okay, so let's start the application. Yeah, application started. Now moving to the Chrome, and here I'm going to type the URL that is localhost colon 8080. Okay, it is not asking me for any username and password. Okay, so let's see the reason that why it is happening. So guys, here if you go to the security config, right there you can see that inside this configure I haven't specified anything. Okay, so I must have to specify to restrict the user to access the resource once they are authenticated. And how can I do that? So for that I'm doing this, that http dot authorize request dot, here I'm writing any request dot authorize. Okay, now here what will happen, that the whenever that user will try to access any page, at that time the page would not be available to the user without authentication. Okay, so let me show you that what happens. So here if I refresh the page, okay, at that time it should show me the, sorry, I forgot to restart this. Let me restart the application first. Okay, and now if I will refresh this, it will give me the error that access to localhost was denied. That is because of the security authentication mechanism we have written over here. That means that all the requests should be authorized requests and authenticated. Then and then our application will allow user to access it. Okay, so what else I have to do over here, that I have to mention that what authentication mechanism that I want to provide. Okay, so here I can specify that it could be a form based authentication or normal HTTP based authentication. Okay, so here I am writing that and here I am writing just HTTP basic. Okay, so in this case the authentication would be based on the HTTP dialog box. Okay, so let me rerun the application. But guys, before okay, yeah, no problem, let's continue. So let's restart the application, and now if I refresh the page, at that time it will give me the login dialog box where I supposed to provide the username and password. Okay, so my application is started successfully. Going back to the application, let me refresh this, and here I'm going to provide the username that is admin and the password pass. Let me click on sign in. Okay, it will allow me to access the application. Okay, so we have successfully started our application, backend application. Okay, now let's go to the front end. This is the front end, right? And here you can see that to start the front end, the command is npm start. Okay, I'm hitting enter so that it will start executing my application. Okay, and let's see that do we have any error in that or not. I'm clicking on allow access. It is trying to start the development server. Let's wait for some time. Okay, so the application is successfully started. Okay, so we are going to see the rest of the things in the next lecture.